The Canon EOS R50V is Canon's answer to creators looking for a lightweight, 4K-capable mirrorless camera designed for both serious content creation and casual vlogging. Positioned as an entry-level mirrorless camera for videographers, it's a step up from smartphones and entry-level DSLRs. It brings Canon's powerful imaging tech into a compact and easy-to-use form factor with a few creator-focused twists. Stay tuned to figure out who we think the Canon EOS R50V is for. Let's get into it. Right out of the box, the Canon EOS R50V feels familiar, yet premium. It's based on the same platform as the original EOS R50, but with a bigger emphasis for video, hence the V in the name. Compared to the R50, this one ditches the electronic viewfinder and swaps out buttons for customizable macro ones. It adds a tally light to let users know it's recording, which we can do just by pressing the actual shutter button. And we get an additional recording button in front, which is perfect for vlogging or any one-man production, in our opinion. Ta-da! But one thing users should be also happy with are more ports. The R50V gets a microphone port, a headphone jack, an E3 remote jack, USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-C port that, yes, gets power delivery over here, and a mini HDMI port, which I know not a lot of you guys are a fan of because what a crappy port nobody uses to buy an adapter for so we can get full-size HDMI. But I do not think a full-size HDMI would have fit here. I mean, it does look like it would have, but internally, maybe not. And I really like how the doors, look, they hold position. Look at that. Isn't that so convenient? I mean, I don't know if Sony actually does this too, and maybe the ones I've tried are just so used up that it doesn't hold its position anymore, but I think that's pretty nice. Surprisingly, the grip is quite ergonomic and secure for one-handed use. I mean, eventually you'd have to use two hands, maybe hold it by the lens if you were like vlogging like this, unless you had like a wider, shorter lens. That would be probably more ideal, and then you'd hold it like that. And at just around 375 grams for the body only, it's perfect for handheld shooting and or mounting on a small tripod or gimbal. But for longer handheld shooting scenarios, end users may want to consider a cage or like this L-shaped mount plate from SmallRig for a more comfortable grip, because as you can see, if I really want to settle in with this one, I get some hanging pinky and maybe even a little bit of some ring finger down here. So that can be very fatiguing if I was just handheld for like an extended period of time. But yeah, that L-mount grip bottom plate from SmallRig would be the perfect solution to that, well, issue. But is it even really an issue if you know you were gonna buy a compact camera in the first place, which does give you less like room for your pinky? I don't know. Like usual Canon fashion, we get a 3-inch LCD vari-angle touchscreen, which consists of 1.62 million dots that tilts and swivels all the way around, making it ideal for self-shooting or angled compositions. The Canon interface, or the menus, are as intuitive as ever, especially for those familiar with Canon menus. But in our opinion, a beginner should have absolutely no issues with the Canon interface. Audio-wise, Canon equips the R50V with a built-in stereo mic here at the top that offers good enough quality for casual shooting, even with just the in-house or onboard microphone. But creators, and more specifically streamers, will be pleased to know that it supports UAC-UVC for plug-and-play webcam use via the USB Type-C port here on the side. And the aforementioned 3.5mm audio jack is there to level up the audio pickup with external microphones and receivers. So it's safe to say that there is not a lack of ports on the R50V. Powering the R50V is Canon's Digic X processor paired with a 24.2 megapixel APS-C CMOS sensor. So that's a crop sensor for those who don't have any idea what I just said, this combo delivers crisp and sharp stills and even 4K 30p video oversampled from 6K without a crop. Although shooting in 4K 60 does come with a 1.56x crop, which isn't the biggest deal for us in the Yugatech studio, and can be virtually remedied with a wider angle lens. Dual pixel CMOS autofocus version 2 is on board, and it's every bit as sticky as we've come to expect. Eye detection and subject tracking work great, whether you're filming yourself walking and talking or capturing fast-moving action. There's even animal and vehicle tracking that works like a charm. And even though this is a more video-centric R50, it still takes pretty good photos, as you can see from our sample shots. Jumping back into more video, again, this is where the Canon EOS R50V earns its V designation. What's cool here is it supports vertical capture natively, making it ideal for TikTok and Instagram Reels, or any other sort of short-form content. Like, literally, all we need to do is orient the camera, and even the interface rotates too. That's why there's a 1/4-20 thread here on this side as well. There's also movie image stabilization, which serves as the camera's digital stabilization that helps reduce shakes when shooting handheld. We can even adjust the strength and crop of this feature by either setting it to on, strong, or just completely turned off. For us, leaving it off while pairing it with an image-stabilized lens works best. But it's definitely a nice feature to have, especially when primarily shooting handheld. The R50V supports XF AVC-S and XF HEVC-S codecs and can shoot in 4K at 30p and 24p, 4K cropped at 60p, Full HD at 24, 30, 60, and 120 frames per second slow motion, which, in our opinion, are more than enough for anyone who wants to get into videography in 2025. And just like the EOS R6 Mark II and R8, the R50V can shoot 10-bit 422 video in combination with Canon Log3, better known as C-Log3, which allows for greater flexibility for color correcting and grading in post, and captures a wide dynamic range with clean detail. Rolling shutter isn't the best nor worst we've seen from a camera. You guys should be seeing some samples right now. And we haven't had any issues with overheating. Although documentarians may garner different results, especially if they plan to shoot in 4K cropped 60p all day, which I doubt they would be. Keep in mind, the R50V gets a video recording limit of 2 hours, which dwindles down to 1 hour when shooting in 1080p 120p. Battery life is decent at best. It utilizes the LPE17 battery over here. See? Look at that tiny thing. We can expect around 60 to 90 minutes of continuous 4K recording, depending on the settings and environmental conditions, basically how hot it is outside. In our opinion, it's always best to keep a spare on hand, especially for all-day shoots. Wedding videographers may want 2 to 3 with them, or even just any videographer trying to cover an event. But it's also nice to know we can just hook it up to a power bank, which is something to consider when rigging up the camera. All in all, the Canon EOS R50V may not reinvent the whole camera wheel, but it fine-tunes a winning Canon formula. By building on the success of the R50 and dialing in creator-specific features like vertical video support, plug-and-play webcam compatibility, a front tally light, and solid 4K video performance with reliable autofocus, it hits that sweet spot for content creators looking to level up from their smartphones. Of course, this camera isn't for you if you need a viewfinder, IBIS, or want to go full frame. If you're a vlogger, streamer, or creative looking for a hybrid Canon camera that doesn't skimp out on video features, something light, compact, and powerful, then the Canon EOS R50V is a compelling choice. Online, we've seen it available for pre-order at Canon authorized dealers. It goes for 56,998 pesos for the Canon EOS R50V with the RFS 14 to 35mm kit lens and 64,998 pesos for the same kit, but with the addition of a HG100T BR tripod and DME100 microphone, which are Canon branded first-party accessories, and both kits come with a free SD card as well. We see this guy as Canon's answer to the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II, so for those considering that camera, try checking out this one too. And that wraps up this video. What do you guys think of the Canon EOS R50V? Do you plan on getting this one? Are you someone considering the ZV-E10 and maybe want to check this one out? Did our video help you? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you found this video, again, helpful, educational, informative, or maybe even a little bit fun, be sure to smack that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit that bell icon so you get notified of our future uploads. Be sure to visit yugatech.com and follow us on all our social media platforms. That's Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok for the latest tech news and reviews. Once again, this was the Canon EOS R50V. I'm Miguel T, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.